everyone, welcome back to my channel, Side Hustle Seattle. Now, I'm on a journey to build a profitable online business with the help of Fiverr Freelancer. So in order to actually do this right, I needed to build a really strong foundation on the website that I'm going to be using to host my e-commerce store. And so I decided to tackle SEO first, because what is the point of building a store if nobody can find it on Google? I will be the first person to tell you that I am not an SEO expert in any sort of way, nor am I like an e-commerce store expert. But that's why I'm excited that Fiverr is actually the sponsor of today's video, because my big picture goal here is to show anyone, whether you're a beginner, creator, or entrepreneur, that you can use Fiverr to grow a business without needing a huge budget or a big team. So let's get into it. So for those of you who don't know, Fiverr is a massive online marketplace where you can hire freelancers for pretty much everything. Graphic design, marketing, video editing, even like super niche things. And the thing that I love is how accessible it is. So you don't need to know all the industry jargon or have a giant budget. You can filter by budget, delivery time, reviews, and really narrow down exactly what kind of person you're looking for. Fiverr has something for every part of your journey. So whether you're just getting started or you're scaling an existing business, you can find vetted professionals that can help make your life easier. And I've used Fiverr a lot over the years. Like I was mentioning, I'm going to be building a brand new e-commerce store. More to come on that. But I did want to start with that strong foundation of SEO. And I didn't want a quick fix. I wanted somebody who could really help me set the stage for both on-page and off-page SEO. So I actually ended up finding Miranda, who's a vetted pro on Fiverr. I did a ton of research on past work she's done and her reviews, and she put together a custom package for me. So for $180, she combined on-page SEO with 30 high domain authority backlinks, and the package included things like keyword research, meta descriptions, title optimization, competitor analysis, even suggested content. What really stood out to me for Miranda wasn't just the price, which I thought was very reasonable for what I was getting, but it was also just how clearly she laid out everything. Like I had a full-on plan. Once the service was delivered, she gave me this in-depth Google sheet that had everything that she did, exactly how she did them, suggestions on what I should do. And I feel like I walked away with a lot more clarity and understanding of just the process as a whole. So I realized that I just went straight out the gate talking about SEO. So let's just pause for a second and talk about why is SEO a big deal in the first place. So SEO stands for search engine optimization, and it's basically the process of making your website visible to people searching for what you offer. Now, when it comes to my website, the main thing I talk about are, side hustles, but so do a ton of other websites. And a lot of my traffic actually comes from people just clicking the link in the descriptions of my YouTube videos. But I wanted to make sure that people could also find my site organically. And so when it comes to SEO, there's kind of like two main parts. You have on-page SEO. So this is everything happening on your website. Think titles, headings, image tags, keywords in your content, all the stuff that helps Google understand what your site is actually about. And then you have off-page SEO. So this is everything happening outside of your site that points back to you. So the big one here is something called backlinks. Basically, when other reputable sites link back to your page, it signals to Google that your site is trustworthy. So think of backlinks almost like votes of confidence. So if a reputable site says, hey, go check out sidehustleseattle.com, then Google takes notice and is more likely to push you up in the rankings. And the thing about it is, without great SEO, then your site can show up on page 10 of search results. And we all know we don't scroll all the way to page 10. So you want to make sure that you are as high up in the search results as possible. So I touched very briefly on what Miranda actually ended up delivering after the service was completed, but let's just go into it a little bit more. So keyword research. So she pulled together keywords my potential customers are actually searching for, not just random words, but phrases with traffic that I can realistically rank for. Updated metadata. So my titles and meta descriptions were optimized, so they not only make sense to Google, but also encourage people to actually click. Competitor keywords. So this part was actually fascinating. She showed me what competitors are ranking for, which gives me a roadmap of where I can compete and where I can find easier wins. And I really like this one because I started just making some blogs around some of the keywords that she showed me my competitors rank for. And then on-page integration. So things like, H1, H2, H3 tags and making sure keywords flow naturally into the content. She gave me those backlinks. So I had 30 high DA backlinks, which will start to build my site's authority over time. And then just some content suggestions. So ideas for blog posts and pages I can add to strengthen my site, and capture more traffic. One of the things she actually suggested that I never really thought about is putting more FAQs on different pages of my site. So answering the most commonly asked questions of the different niches and topics that I speak about. I honestly feel like I got a complete roadmap, not just a service, and it felt like it made me feel more confident about building my store on top of a website that's already optimized. So I'm really looking forward to that. This was actually just step one in the journey, which is just making sure I had a real chance to actually attract customers. Step two is hiring a Fiverr freelancer to help me market and promote my store once it is live. And of course, I'm going to bring you along for the whole journey because I actually want to tackle it from like all angles. So of course, I'm going to promote my store on my YouTube channel and my various social media pages. Also, with the help of the SEO, I'm hoping to get some more organic traffic, but I also really want to see how much it helps to have somebody promote and market your store for you. So if that is something that you're interested in seeing, don't forget to subscribe because I will be documenting that entire journey. Now, if you're looking to use the same freelancer that I used, I went ahead and just put her information below in the description. Also, if you're just looking to use Fiverr in general, check it out. There's a ton of freelancers for almost everything that you can think of. And if you use my code below, you will get 10% off your first order. Anyways, let me know your favorite SEO hacks. And if you've used Fiverr before, let me know what gigs you've used it for. Like, what do you keep coming back to? I'm interested in hearing all about it in the comment section below. Anyways, thank you as always for watching. I'll catch you next one.